Karnataka and in Bangalore. Dignitaries, we are extremely fortunate that this evening, to share our joy, we have the most Reverend Dr. Peter Machado, Archbishop, Archdiocese of Bangalore, respected Guruji Acharya Vinay Vinekar, Gishe Tenzin Ceylon, respected Janab Waris Hussain, Shri MP Singh Ji, Shri Sharyar Vakil Ji, and all the other friends from different faiths. Guests, as you all know, religious history is the appearance of divine luminaries, the time they spend, the upheavals or transformation they bring in the lives of people they encounter. Baha'is believe that our life has a spiritual purpose, and every time a spiritual luminary appears, the human race is called upon to align itself to the new truth. If you recall, when Lord Ram came, the most important teaching he gave was being true to one's promise. When Lord Sri Krishna came, it was justice. When Lord Buddha appeared, it was the practice of compassion. In the same fashion, when Lord Jesus Christ stressed the role of forgiveness, Prophet Muhammad taught the brotherhood of man for our age. The twin divine luminaries, the Bab and Baha'u'llah, have given a blueprint for the planetization of human mankind. In their writings, they have prophesied that humanity would progress from its present state of development as independent nations to a world commonwealth. For the earth is but one country and mankind its citizens. Baha'u'llah therefore formulated the blueprint of a new world order and wrote, "Let your vision be world embracing." This evening, we will start our program with devotionals. We will have prayers in different languages. And the sequence of the prayer will be I.N. Ravi, Bahashri Bhatt, Mrs. Gajalakshmi, Sherwin, Surbi and Lavanya, Iman, Mrs. Uma, and Alam. And again, I express my gratitude and respects to the representatives of different religion and faiths who have joined us to share our joy. Most revered Dr. Peter Machado, Guruji Sri Acharya Vinay Vinekar, Gishe Tenzin Ceylon, Janab Waris Hussain, Sri MP Singh, and Mr. Sharyar Vakil. So I now request the friends who are part of the devotionals to please go ahead and chant the prayers. And all others, I request to please be on mute till the time the devotional, the prayer session is over. So can we have the first prayer by I.N. Ravi, followed by Bahashri Bhatt, then Gajalakshmi, Sherwin, Surbi and Lavanya, Iman, Uma and Alam.
O Devare, ನಿನಗೆ ಕೀರ್ತಿಯುಂಟಾಗಲಿ. ಮಾನವ ವರ್ಗಕ್ಕೆ ನಿನ್ನ ಪ್ರೀತಿಯ ಪ್ರಸನ್ನತೆ ದೊರೆಯಲಿ. ನೀನು ನಮ್ಮ ಜೀವ ಹಾಗೂ ಬೆಳಕು. ನಿನ್ನ ಮಾರ್ಗದಲ್ಲಿ ನಿನ್ನ ಸೇವಕರನ್ನು ಕರೆದೊಯ್ಯಿ. ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ನಿನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿರಿವಂತರನ್ನಾಗಿಸು. ನಿನ್ನ ಹೊರತು ಮಿಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲವುಗಳಿಂದಲೂ ಪಾರು ಮಾಡು. ಓ ದೇವರೇ, ನಿನ್ನ ಏಕತ್ವವನ್ನು ನಮಗೆ ಬೋಧಿಸು. ನಿನ್ನ ಐಕ್ಯತೆಯ ಸ್ವರೂಪದ ಗ್ರಹಿಕೆಯಾಗುವಂತೆ ನೋಡು. ನಿನ್ನನ್ನಲ್ಲದ ಯಾರ ದರ್ಶನವಾಗದಂತೆಯೂ ಮಾಡು. ನೀನು ದಯಾಪರ ಹಾಗೂ ದಾನವೀರ. ಓ ಪರಮಾತ್ಮನೇ, ನಿನ್ನ ಪ್ರೀತಿ ಪಾತ್ರರ ಹೃದಯಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರೇಮದ ಕಿಚ್ಚನೆ ಬೀಸು. ನಿನ್ನ ಹೊರತಾಗಿ ಬೇರಾವ ಯೋಜನೆಗಳನ್ನು ಈ ಕಿಚ್ಚು ದಹಿಸುವಂತಾಗಲಿ. ನಿನ್ನ ಉನ್ನತ ಸ್ಥಿತಿಯನ್ನು ನಮಗೆ ಸಾಕ್ಷಾತ್ಕರಿಸು. ಎಂದಿನಂತೆಯೂ ಮುಂದೆಯೂ ನೀನಲ್ಲದೆ ಬೇರಾವ ದೇವರು ಇಲ್ಲವೆಂದು ತಿಳಿಯಪಡಿಸು. ನಿಜಕ್ಕೂ ನಿನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಸಮಾಧಾನ ಪಡುವೆವು ಹಾಗೂ ಶಕ್ತಿಯನ್ನು ಗಳಿಸುವೆವು. ಬಹಾವುಲ್ಲಾ.
हे ईश्वर तू मेरा प्रियतम, तुझे जानना है। तू मेरा सर्वोच्च लक्ष्य और मेरी कामना है। हे ईश्वर तू मेरा प्रियतम, तुझे जानना है। तू धरती पर मुझको अपने प्रेम की एक मीनार बना। तू मुझको अपने लोगों में ज्ञान दीप की तरह सजा। तेरी ध्वजा कहलाऊं मुझको, यही साधना है। हे ईश्वर तू मेरा प्रियतम, तुझे जानना है। मैं हूँ दास तेरा ऐसा जो और किसी का दास नहीं, जिसे जगत की अन्य वस्तुओं से कोई भी आस नहीं। मैं हूँ और संसार से मेरा यहाँ सामना है। हे ईश्वर तू मेरा प्रियतम, तुझे जानना है। मेरे मन माला के मोती दिव्य छटा से अब दम के, तेरी महिमा के दर्शन से ये मेरी आंखें चमके। मुझको अपना रूप दिखा दे, यही याचना है। हे ईश्वर तू मेरा प्रियतम, तुझे जानना है। तू मेरा सर्वोच्च लक्ष्य और मेरी कामना है।
ओ देवा నన్ను నడిపించు, నన్ను రక్షించు, నన్నుక శోభాదీపికను తేజో నక్షత్రాన్ని గావించు. నీవు మహాశక్తియుతుడవు, అధికార పరిపూర్ణితుడవు.
والله یاران الهی و امام رحمانی، نام مبارک محبوب بی همتا، جمال ابهارا در منتهای جذب و لحظه یاد آری و زبان گشایی تا ساحت دل از اندوه آب و گل منزه و مقدس شود و روحانیت کبرا جلوه نماید. آیات توحید اشراق کند و فیض جدید نازل گردد و تأیید شدید حاصل شود. نام او درمان هر دردی و حرارت بخش هر سردی. دریاغ اعظم است اسم اکرم، زندگی دو جهان است و نجات دهنده گمراهان. الیوم این اسم مقدس ارز عالمیان و پناه آدمیان. نغمه الهی است، برنده رحمانی. پس یاران وفا نعره یا بها لبها برآورید، و ای طالبان جمال کبریا به افق اعلا توجه کنید. دمی میاسایید و نفسی بر نیارید، مگر به محبت او و موهبت او و ترویج آیات او و اثبات بینات او. این است مغناطیس تایید، این است قوه جاذبه توفیق.
हे परमेश्वर, तेरे परम महिमाशाली नाम पर मैं तुझसे मांगता हूँ कि तू उस कार्य में मेरी सहायता कर जो तेरे सेवकों के कार्यकलापों को रिद्धि सिद्धि दे और तेरे नगरों को समृद्धि दे। सद्य ही तेरी शक्ति का आधिपत्य सभी वस्तुओं पर है, आधिपत्य सभी वस्तुओं पर है, आधिपत्य सभी वस्तुओं पर है।
ಹೇಳು ಪರಮಾತ್ಮನೇ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಅವಶ್ಯವಾದುದನ್ನು ಒದಗಿಸುವವನು, ಅಲ್ಲದೆ ಎಲ್ಲರ ಮೇಲೂ ವ್ಯಾಪ್ತಿಯುಳ್ಳವನು. ಸ್ವರ್ಗದಲ್ಲಾಗಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಪೃಥ್ವಿಯಲ್ಲಾಗಲಿ ಪರಮಾತ್ಮನ ವ್ಯಾಪ್ತಿಗೆ ಅತೀತವಾದದು ಯಾವುದು ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅರಿತವನು ಆಧಾರಿಯು ಸರ್ವಶಕ್ತನು ಆದ ಅವನು, ನಿಜಕ್ಕೂ ತನ್ನೊಳಗೆ ಅಡಗಿರುವನು, ನಿಜಕ್ಕೂ ತನ್ನೊಳಗೆ ಅಡಗಿರುವನು.
கடவுளின் நாமம் மொழியப்பட்டு அவரது புகழ் பாடப்படும். ஸ்தலமும் இல்லமும் இடமும் நகரமும் இதயமும் மலையும் புகழிடமும் குகையும் பள்ளத்தாக்கும் தேசமும் கடலும் தீவும் புல்வெளியும் ஆசி பெற்றதாகும். கடவுளின் நாமம் மொழியப்பட்டு அவரது புகழ் பாடப்படும். ஸ்தலமும் இல்லமும் இடமும் நகரமும் இதயமும் மலையும் புகழிடமும் குகையும் பள்ளத்தாக்கும் தேசமும் கடலும் தீவும் புல்வெளியும் ஆசி பெற்றதாகும். ஆசி பெற்றதாகும். ஆசி பெற்றதாகும்.
Ye are the stars of the heaven of understanding, the breeze that stirreth at the break of day, the soft flowing waters upon which must depend the very life of all men. Ye are the first of all men to be recreated by His Spirit, the first to adore and bow the knee before Him, the first to succor around His throne of glory. Ye are the stars of the heaven of understanding, the breeze that stirreth at the break of day, the soft flowing waters upon which must depend the very life of all men, the very life of all men.
Thank you very much, friends, for all the prayers. We are fortunate this evening we have with us esteemed guests, Reverend Dr. Peter Machado, Archbishop of Diocese of Bangalore, Guruji Shri Acharya Vinay Vinekar, Gishe Tenzin Ceylon, Janab Waris Hussain, Shri MP Singh, and Mr. Shariar Vakil. I now request Dr. Peter Machado to please deliver his message.
Dear friends, you can hear my voice. It's okay? Is it audible? Yeah. So, dear Mr. Dinesh and Yogesh, who are the organizers of this beautiful program, Acharya Vinay Vinekar, I fold my hands. Bhikshu Tensi Ceylon, Janab Waris Hussain, Salam Alaikum. Mr. Vakil, Professor Vakil, long since I'm seeing you. And, Mr. Mahendra Singh, Mr. V. Afshin, Mr. Bhatia. Then I see also the names of Ravi, Shankar, Sherwin, Sujesh, and also our respected ladies who are, many of them have sung beautifully. Uma, I see the face here, Asha, Banushri, Rachana, Mamta, Achamma. I'm sure I've left one or two, but then still I have my regards to you. It's a very happy day for us to meet, and greetings to the Baha'i community of Bangalore from me and the Christian community on the occasion of the birth anniversaries of the twin manifestations of Bab and Baha'u'llah. May I give my greetings and assure my participation with you in this beautiful program which speaks of peace and love. You know, the introductory song was beautiful, giving the different themes of the not only the Baha'i community, but also Baha'i religion, but also every religion. Love, peace, harmony between the communities, understanding, and these are the qualities perhaps that will bring us together. Our own Bible says, "Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be considered as children of God." You know, religion and peace go together. And if they don't go together, perhaps there is no meaning for the religion itself. And unless there is peace between religions, it's unfortunate that sometimes religions are also the cause of unrest and tension between each other. So unless there is peace between the religions, there can be no peace in the world. You know, I read a beautiful sentence today that said, "Peace is the harvest of love, and war is the fruit of hate." So therefore, if we would have like peace in the world, we should surely propagate and appreciate each other's religions. I am a Christian, you are a Hindu, we have a Muslim, we have a Baha'i community, we have the Buddhists, and to realize the greatness and appreciate the great qualities of every religion, I think we need not go much beyond. In India, which is a crucible of so many religions and religious people, you know, we speak about exporting some things from India to abroad and making ourselves economically very rich and independent. If we could only sort of export the riches of our religions, I think we would be the greatest exporters of values, of sentiments, and surely love and affection for each other. Mahatma Gandhi, I think, said that surely the pursuit of truth does not permit violence being inflicted on one's opponent. We can have opponents, we can have people whom we don't agree fully, but there is also decency, there is also a little of understanding, and therefore, when we understand each other, the pursuit of my truth and my religion does not permit violence to be inflicted on those who do not agree with me. Martin Luther Jr. King, I think he has said, we must learn to live together or we are going to perish together as fools. We have to learn to live together. And religion is a best atmosphere where we can not only live with each other, but also appreciate the good values of the other. I'm very happy that we get another occasion today on the anniversaries, on the celebrations of the Baha'i community to speak of religious peace, religious harmony, and also as we as leaders, perhaps we have no power, we have no money, We don't have prestige, but then the little that we have that we can spread to the others and gain appreciation, surely more meetings like this would like surely be a very great attempt on our part. I'm very grateful to our Dinesh and the others of the Baha'i community who have requested me to be online. This is another perhaps an opportunity for us. Surely we are aware that our coronavirus doesn't allow us to come together in gatherings. But I say to my community members, when God closes a door, He opens the window somewhere. And I think if God has closed the door of our meetings, He has opened the windows of our mobiles, of our YouTubes and our media, so that we can have a better and more attended to gathering that we are here together. I wish you, and surely I will be in touch with all of you on occasions like this. And I thank very much the Baha'i community, and I wish them a great, great blessings and success for your celebrations. God bless you.
Thank you very much for the lovely greeting and message of love, peace, affection, possibility, and hope. And respected Archbishop, you also mentioned about that irrespective of the circumstances, we still have an avenue to get connected with each other through different mediums like these and maybe other interreligious meetings. Thank you very much and thank you for your blessings. I'll now request Acharya Guruji Shri Vinay Vinekar to please deliver his message. Shri Arun, can you please unmute? Yogesh, can you please unmute Sevak? You are unmuted now. We are not able to hear you. Okay, so till the time Acharya Vinay Vinekar and team they reconnect, I request Shushant to please read out the message which we have received from His Excellency the Governor of Karnataka, Shri Mujubai Wala, on the occasion of the birth anniversary. Shushant, can you please read out the message?
Sure. Thank you so much. The message is from the Governor of Karnataka, His Excellency Vajuvai Valla. I am glad to know that Baha'i community is gearing up to celebrate the twin holy birthdays of two central figures of Baha'i faith, the Bab and the birth of Baha'u'llah. The concept of service are central to the pattern of Baha'i life, both individual and collective. Service and worship are heart of the pattern of community life that Baha'is around the world. They are two distinct yet inseparable elements that propel the life of the community forward. Success and prosperity depend on the service to and worship of God. Baha'is hold regular classes for moral development of children, spiritual empowerment of junior youths, and study circles for adults on the themes such as prayer, the life of the soul, understanding Holy Writings, the covenant, and so on. Service activities are intrinsic part of these free training sessions offered. Baha'is also host gatherings in which friends unite together in prayer, often in one another's homes. Such devotional meetings serve to awaken the spiritual susceptibilities within the participants and, in accordance with the acts of service they perform, lead to a pattern of community life that is infused with the spirit of devotion and focused on the attainment of spiritual and material prosperity. I wish the Baha'is of Karnataka all the very best in their efforts to unite all and be of service to an ailing humanity. Signed. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sushant, for reading out the message from His Excellency, the Governor of Karnataka, Shri Vajubhai Vala. Mr. B. Afshin, who was one of the dignitaries who was supposed to be with us today, due to his ill health, he is not able to join. However, he has conveyed his respects and greetings to each one of you, and he has sent an audio message. Yogesh, can I request you to please play the audio message of Mr. B. Afshin? And we all wish him speedy recovery and hope to see him in our next meeting. Yogesh, can you please play out the message? After that, hopefully we will have the message from Acharya Shri Vinay Vinekar.
Happy feast to all of you, dear friends. This is a very glorious day because it is birthday of the Bab and Baha'u'llah, twin manifestations of God in this dispensation, Baha'i faith. Although I am deprived of attending this meeting through Zoom, but by my heart and soul, I am with you all. They asked me to give a brief introduction to the Baha'i faith and both the manifestations of God. The terminology we use in Baha'i writings means the chosen one who manifests all the divine qualities of God. You may call him prophet, you may call him divine educator, or in Hindi, avatar, but it's all referred to the educator of humanity, both spiritual and material education for ever-advancing civilization. The Baha'i faith was found in Iran, those days known as Persia. In 1844, 176 years ago, a young man by the name of the Bab, who was a merchant, declared that he is manifestation of God, and he brought new teachings, educating the people, removing all their prejudices and superstitions. He had two stations. One was he was founder of a new faith, and at the same time, he was forerunner of Baha'u'llah. Baha'u'llah means glory of God. The Bab is the founder of the Baha'i faith, and he mentioned that he has come to pave the way and prepare people for the coming of the promised one of all the ages by the name of Baha. In the beginning, many people accepted the Bab, many, thousands upon thousands, included some of the learned of that land, Iran. But then, when the number of his followers increased, the learned and rulers in that land felt nervous. They were thinking that he's attracting the people and they may not anymore be under their control. They arrested him and then imprisoned the Bab. And finally, after 6 years, when they couldn't stop the progress of the faith, rulers and learned together united, and he was executed 6 years after his declaration, 1850, while he was still young. After the Bab, Baha'u'llah means glory of God, as foretold by the Bab, and prophets of the past appeared, and he declared that he is the promised one of the Bab and all the ages. And he has brought new teachings for entire humanity. Baha'u'llah was son of a minister in Iran. And after passing of his father, the king of Iran offered Baha'u'llah the same position to be minister. And he denied that and said, I have another mission in life. So the king of Iran was very upset. He instructed persecution of all the Babis throughout the country. And also, although Baha'u'llah was son of minister, respectful in the whole area, but he imprisoned Baha'u'llah. And after that, he exiled him to other countries. Two kings, King of Iran and Sultan of Ottoman, united together, continued persecution of Baha'u'llah. For 40 years, Baha'u'llah was sent from land to land, from country to another country, till he passed away in the Holy Land, far away from his hometown, homeland, Iran. But his teaching spread rapidly, not limited to one or two countries, all over, even in his lifetime. And now in this time, the Baha'i faith is spread all over the world. In fact, no country you can find that Baha'i community is not there. Teachings of Baha'u'llah are many, answer to the needs and requirements of mankind today. But the aim of the Baha'i faith is oneness of mankind. That is ultimate aim, unity of humanity. Other teachings of Baha'u'llah also provide ways and means to fulfill this aim of unity of mankind. For instance, he says, foundation of all the religions are one. Foundation is the one. So as Baha'is, we believe that fundamentally there are not differences between religions. Means the spiritual teaching of all the religions are one. You don't open any holy book in which it is mentioned, for instance, have free life, and so on. No. Spiritual life about purity of motive, truthfulness, love, understanding, assisting one another. These are the foundations of all the religions. If we see differences, Baha'u'llah says, in religions, it is mostly because of rules and laws, social laws. According to the need of the time, it is changed, but foundation is the same. Also, he tells us about equality of rights and opportunities between man and woman. Baha'u'llah's teaching is about compulsory and universal education for all the children. One of his teachings is world government. He has brought new world order. Baha'u'llah's teaching is universal language and many others that I request the friends to learn more about the faith.
We hope Mr. Afshin will recover soon and be with us. But it was kind of him to have shared his joy and his message. He has also sent his respects to Dr. Peter Machado, Shri Vinay Vinekar, Geshe Tenzin Silon, Mr. Rajan Sawant, Shri Janabe Waris Hussain, Shri MP Singh, Mr. Shariar Vakil, and love to all the friends. And hopefully he should be with us soon. We'll all pray for his health. Now I request Acharya Vinay Vinekar, the team, to please deliver the message. Okay, while they are still working, it appears that there is a technology issue. I request Mr. MP Singh to please deliver his message, please. Mr. Mahinder Singh. Yeah, please unmute yourself. Please unmute. Mahinder Singh ji, please unmute yourself. Yes. No, you need to unmute. Yeah.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Indeed, it's a great pleasure in being part of today's program. Thanks to the organizers, Mr. Dinesh Rao and his wonderful team, who have rendered very beautiful bhajans in the praise of Almighty, for the kind invitation to be part of this august gathering. When Mr. Dinesh Rao called me to invite for this interreligious devotional gathering, I instantly agreed. Although I had never heard anything about Baha'i faith before, I got an opportunity to know something new today. On behalf of Sikh community of Bangalore, I congratulate and extend our best wishes to the Baha'i community of Bangalore on the auspicious occasion of the birth anniversaries of the twin manifestations of the founders of the Baha'i faith, the Bab and Baha'u'llah. When Mr. Dinesh Rao was introducing me to the Baha'i faith, he said that we believe in one God, we believe all human beings are his children, we believe the God lives in every human being and all human beings are same irrespective of caste, creed, religion or status. We believe in community service. I was feeling that he is talking about Sikhism, the teaching of the Sikh faith, the teachings of Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji. Both have so many similarities. So far, I knew was that Sikhism is the youngest and the most modern religion, around 550 years young. But the Baha'i faith was begun in the middle of the 19th century, around 175 years before. The Prophet Sayyid Ali Muhammad, who took the name the Bab, who lived just 30 years of his life, said about God, He is God, no God is there but Him. The Almighty, the best beloved, all that is in the heavens and on the earth, and whatever lies between them are His. Indeed, He is the help in peril, the self-subsisting. Similarly, Baha'u'llah taught that there is one God, that all religions came from the same God and were true in a sense, and that the time has come for the unification of the human race. Guru Nanak defines God's attribute as Ik Onkar, one universal creator God. Satnam, truth is the name. Karta Purkh, creative being personified. Nirbhav, he doesn't fear from anybody. Nirvair, he has no hatred. Akal Murat, the image of the undying. Ajuni, God is beyond birth. Sayabhan, he is self-existent. Gur Prasad, by the grace of Guru, we come to know about God. There is but one God and we all are His children. On the equality of men and women, Guru said, why call her bad from whom the kings are born? So kyo manda kiye jit jame rajan. Ucha agam apar prab kathan na jaya kath nanak prab sarnagati rakhan kav samrat. God is lofty, unapproachable, and infinite. He cannot be described. Nanak seeks the sanctuary of God, who is all powerful, to save us. The Lord knows everything which happens to the soul. Not even an iota of one's effort goes to waste. Place your hopes in Lord, O my mind. The Lord and Master is pervading and permitting all. Let us all pray together to Almighty for the well-being of all human on this planet in this time of pandemic. जगत जलंदा रख लै अपनी कृपा धार जित द्वारे उबरै तित्ते ले हो बार. The word is going up in flames. Shower it with your mercy and save it and deliver it by whatever method it takes. The true Guru has shown the way to peace, contemplating the true word of the Shabad. Nanak knows no other than the Lord, the forgiving Lord. On this happy occasion, I once again wish the Baha'i community Nanak Naam Chaddi Kala Tere Pane Sarbat Da Pala. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Shri Mahendra Singh ji. It was indeed a message of love, not to hate anybody, have compassion for our fellow human beings, and also recognize the station of Almighty and work selflessly for the benefit of human mankind. We are indeed grateful to you, and thank you for such a wonderful message. Thank you, sir. I now request Acharya Vinay Vinekar to please deliver their message. Sevak team, you are on mute.
So can you hear us now?
Yes, loud and clear. Yes, good, good. Please go ahead. Yes, yes.
Okay, good evening, Mr. Dinesh Rao, and all the dignitaries in this forum today. We wish you all a very good evening today on the occasion of the birth celebrations, the twin birth celebrations of the manifestations of God, the Bab and Baha'u'llah. On behalf of our Acharya Vinay Vinekar and all the sevaks of this world, we bring you the best wishes and greetings to the whole of the Baha'i community. I am Sevak Ravi, President of Sevak, and here with me is Arun.
Hello, sir. Thank you, Ravi. This is Sevak Arun. We hereby talk with the blessings, divine blessings of our beloved Guruji and the founder of Sevak, Acharya Vinay Vinekar. It gives us a tremendous pleasure to be part of this celebrations. The world today more than ever needs the message of togetherness, love, kindness, and service to one and all. A time when the pandemic has struck us and has brought in so much of misery to the mankind, it's for all of us to look forward to the teachings of all the great divine great masters and create a path for ourselves with a happy, peaceful, and healthy lives. We Sevaks serve selflessly. Our mission is to serve fellow beings to create a happy, healthy, peaceful world, which lives together as one loving, caring family. We realize the oneness is inherent to all humans, plants, animals, and all beings. We realize this with as a living reality, and with this realization, we are working together to put a world which lives as one world, one family. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam.
Sir, and my dear friends, we are most impressed with Baha'u'llah's teachings of unity of God, the unity of all religions, and unity of mankind. And he has given most importance to service to humanity and service to all beings. That is the path which, as Sevaks, we have taken in Sevak. So this is very, very heart-touching for us, the message of Baha'u'llah, because we are very happy to note that we are on similar thinking lines and acting lines. We think, we say and act as Baha'u'llah has taught the world. So we are very happy here. I am reminded of one story, sir. A very short story I would like to narrate to everybody. There's a book called Die Empty, written by Todd Henry. In this book, we get to know that Todd Henry was a businessman and he was attending a business meeting. And one of the directors in the meeting, he just put the question, which is the richest land in the world on the entire earth? Then someone said, could be the oil fields of the Middle East. And someone else said, it could be the diamond mines from Africa. But someone else, some wise person said, the richest land is the cemetery, where where the richest the thinkers, the philosophers, the people who have felt for the world, they have gone and completed their life and they're just lying there. But among those people who are lying in the cemetery, there are thousands or lakhs or millions of ideas for helping this world, for helping the humanity, which never got done. In a way, it was not delivered to humanity. So here the Todd Henry says, the real meaning of die empty is, by the time we die, whatever goodness we have in us, we should have delivered it to the world, and we should die empty. So that is the significance of this die empty. And I connect this to Baha'u'llah's teaching of service to humanity, service to all the beings. It is so touching. By the time everybody, we complete this journey on this earth, I feel that we should have delivered all our goodness, like in the like the Baba Baha'u'llah has said, we should deliver all the goodness to this world, sir. This is the message I bring from Sevak on behalf of Sevak and our Acharya Vinay Vinekar. And we are also very happy to invite all the people of this world to our home of the masters, which we have constructed in Ghati Subramanya, Dodbalapur, Karnataka. It is a very unique place, sir, where we have represented religions from all over the world. All the great masters of all the religions are there peacefully, giving their messages of unity, oneness, togetherness, love, kindness for everybody who will come there and meet them. They are all ready to meet all people who are coming there with, and everybody who come there will find something very unique in that place to take back, sir. So it will enrich every life. On this occasion, I extend my warm welcome to everybody to the home of the masters in Ghati. Thank you, sir. Thank you all the dignitaries in this forum for giving us an opportunity to address all of you, to say a few words, to share a few words with all of you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Arun and Mr. Ravi. And we really appreciate the efforts and the time taken by Acharya Sri Vinay Vinekar and the entire team of Sevaks in dedicating your life to the service of humanity. I think in the past also, we have seen how you have aligned your individual pursuits, your professional responsibilities, your family commitments, yet selflessly the team has been serving irrespective of the caste, creed, religion, and for working for the betterment of humankind. This home of masters is something very unique because there, they have displayed the holy writings of all the religion, including the writings of Baha'u'llah, and it's an invitation for everyone to go there, join in their meditation and peace programs, which will enhance learning and unity. Thank you very much. We again thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Now I request Gishe Tenzin Silon to please deliver the message on behalf of the Buddhist community. Gishe Tenzin Silon, please.
Good evening. Can you hear me? Am I audible?
Yeah, it's. Can you be a little louder, please?
Am I audible?
Yes, yes, better. Yes.
Okay, okay. Good evening, everybody. Today, I have given a topic, the topic of love and unity. In terms of love, if you look at our life begin with the care, not only the human being. If we look at the other mammals like a cat, dog, cows, when we were born, even we don't know that particular persons, but we have a tremendous trust to our mother. And when our mother provides us care, when our mother feeds milk and gives us hugs, so through that way, we feel very happy and pleasant in our life. So this is the seed of love, So if we look at the early period of life, if we do not receive a maximum care, then whole life, emotional level and mental level, we are not much stable, and we are not much happier, and we are not much, secure. And if we do not receive a maximum care at the early period of life, I give you an example that, one time His Holiness Dalai Lama visited to the Poland. That was his first visiting to the Poland. And they have taken him to the orphanage, and they have described him that, these children are unwanted children. Can you imagine? This is very terrible, So when we bring up under the compassionate atmosphere, affectionate home, and full of trust and full of friendship, then we will be more happier, more stable, and more secure. So that kind of atmosphere we do not able to bring by money. Okay. So if we look from the scientific finding, those people who do not receive for good care at the early stage of life, they are more aggressive, and they are more, angry. So their anger kills their immune systems, and they have a greater chance of having a heart attack in their life. So, according to the Buddhist perspective, love that I have been talking about, if you look at the mother's love to the children, it's a very powerful, it's very attractive. But that kind of love is conditioned. That kind of love is biased. That kind of love is mixed with attachment. We do not able to extend that kind of love to our enemy and the strangers. The genuine love, the pure love, we can extend this kind of love not only to our friends and family. We can extend this kind of love to our own enemy and the strangers. If you really want to cultivate that kind of pure love, then you have to do the practice of Bodhisattva's way of life, or you have to do the practice of meditation. Through that way, you can cultivate that kind of love. So there is the true love is the absence of anger. And if you really want to cultivate the genuine love, then you have to minimize and reduce the anger. So there is a teaching of anger management. There is a teaching of methods and steps how to do the meditation to cultivate the genuine love from the Buddhist perspective. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna explain all these things here today because we do not have much time here. In terms of the unity, if and I think that if we treat all the human beings as one's own brothers and sisters, so that is the promotion of human value. If we treat like that, then we are not going to make a discrimination between them. Through that way, we can come together, we can work together. Then there is a possibility to be united. And today, as the Dr. Peter said, that today, unfortunately, we have a religious conflict. So, in order to solve this problem, I think that if we do the practice of exchanging the religions, if we try to learn the other people's religion, then naturally we will come to understand the other people's religion, and we will respect to the other people's religions. Through that way, we can respect to the people and fellow who are following to the others religion. Then we can come together, work together. Then there is a way to be a possible, way to be a united. According to the political point of view, I have read a book which is written by the Mahatma Gandhi. His books is called Hind Swaraj. In that book, he has mentioned that in ancient time, people they are giving more importance to the to others. Today we are giving more importance to the self, self than others. In ancient time, people are more concerned about the society, but today we are more concerned about the individuals, than others. And in ancient time, people they are uh, they are taking and talking about the responsibility. Today, we are taking and talking about the individual rights more than responsibilities. And in ancient time, people are speaking about the cooperation. Today, we are speaking about the competition. So there is these things are imbalanced right now. Now I think it is a time, we have to change this, imbalance. Through that way, I think that, there is a way to be united. No, this is I wanted to share. I think I have taken more than 3 minutes. My time is already finished, so I'm going to stop here. And thank you for having me here today, and all the organizers and all the participants. Thank you so much.
Geshe Tenzin Silon, it was indeed a very, very touching message, a message of love, and the concept of child education, right from when a child is small, as the child is receiving mother's unconditional love, each one of us, we can, to whatever possible, we can inculcate the values, we can inculcate the moral education, and we can also ensure that the child also mixes well with the other children, so that there is no differentiation right from the childhood itself. I think this is a very, very profound concept that you shared in terms of education of children, and how selfless love can help not only in bringing cooperation, but also in helping bring unity, peace, and oneness of mankind. I'm sure each one of us will try to practice some of the virtues that you shared this evening. And one thing which was very touching was the concept of detachment. Most of us, in some way, we are attached to the material things. But I think your message of having strength to detach ourselves from the material pursuits and follow the spiritual path and lead a happy life will definitely go in a long way in building a peaceful world. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Before we go to Janab Waris Hussain and respected Shri Shariar Vakil, we have received the message from Honorable Chief Minister of Karnataka, Shri B.S. Yediyurappa. I request Mrs. Achama Sudhakaran to please read out the message which has come from Chief Minister B.S. Yediyurappa, please.
Good evening to everyone. Message from the Chief Minister of Karnataka in Kannada. B.S. Yediyurappa, ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯ, ವಿಧಾನಸೌಧ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು 560-001 7/10/2020. ಸಂದೇಶ: ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಬಹಾಯಿ ಧರ್ಮದ ಅವಳಿ ಪ್ರವರ್ತಕರಾದ ಬಾಬ್ ಮತ್ತು ಬಹಾವುಲ್ಲರವರ ಜಯಂತಿಯನ್ನು ಆಚರಿಸುತ್ತಿರುವುದು ಸಂತೋಷದ ವಿಚಾರ. ಸೇವಾ ತತ್ಪರತೆಯಿಂದ ಮಾಡಿದ ಕಾರ್ಯ ಆರಾಧನಾ ಮಟ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ ಏರುತ್ತದೆ. ಇದು ಮನುಕುಲಕ್ಕೆ ಸಲ್ಲಿಸುವ ಮಹಾ ಸೇವೆಯೇ ಸರಿ. ಆಧ್ಯಾತ್ಮಿಕ ಪಥದತ್ತ ಸಾಗುವ ಬಹಾಯಿ ಸಮುದಾಯವು ಮಾನವ ಜನಾಂಗದ ಕಲ್ಯಾಣಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ದುಡಿಯುತ್ತಿದೆ. ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯದಾದ್ಯಂತ ಬಹಾಯಿಗಳು ತಮ್ಮ ಸಾಮಾಜಿಕ ಕಾರ್ಯಗಳಿಂದಾಗಿ ಸಮಾಜಕ್ಕೆ ಮಾದರಿಯಾಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಉತ್ತಮ ನಡೆ, ನುಡಿ, ನಿರ್ಮಲ ಸಮಾಜ ರೂಪುಗೊಳ್ಳುವುದು ಆಧ್ಯಾತ್ಮಿಕ ಚಿಂತನೆಯಿಂದ ಮಾತ್ರ. ಈ ನಿಟ್ಟಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಬಹಾಯಿಗಳು ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಹಾಗೂ ಯುವಕರಿಗೆ ನೈತಿಕ ಮತ್ತು ಆಧ್ಯಾತ್ಮದ ಶಿಕ್ಷಣ ನೀಡುತ್ತಿರುವುದು ಶ್ಲಾಘನೀಯ. ಯುವ ಜನರಲ್ಲಿ ಸಾಮಾಜಿಕ ಪ್ರಜ್ಞೆ ಮೂಡಿಸುವ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಗಳನ್ನು ಹಮ್ಮಿಕೊಂಡು ಸ್ವಸ್ಥ ಸಮಾಜ ನಿರ್ಮಾಣಕ್ಕೆ ತನ್ನ ಕೊಡುಗೆ ನೀಡುತ್ತಿದೆ. ಎಲ್ಲರನ್ನೂ ಒಗ್ಗೂಡಿಸುವ ಮತ್ತು ಮನುಕುಲದ ಕಲ್ಯಾಣಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಶ್ರಮಿಸುವ ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಬಹಾಯಿ ಬಳಗಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಶುಭವನ್ನು ಕೋರುತ್ತೇನೆ ಹಾಗೂ ಧರ್ಮ ಪ್ರವರ್ತಕರಾದ ಬಾಬ್ ಮತ್ತು ಬಹಾವುಲ್ಲರವರ ಜಯಂತಿ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಯಶಸ್ವಿಯಾಗಲೆಂದು ಹಾರೈಸುತ್ತೇನೆ. B.S. ಯಡಿಯೂರಪ್ಪ, ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳು. Translation of the message. It brings me great joy to know that the Baha'i community of Karnataka will be celebrating the birth anniversary of the twin prophets of the Baha'i faith, the Bab and Baha'u'llah. A service-oriented work rises to the level of worship. Service rendered without expectation is a great service to humanity. The Baha'i community is working towards the welfare of the entire human race. The members of the Baha'i community throughout the state of Karnataka have become role models for the society through their social work and selfless deeds. It is only through spiritual thinking, seemly conduct, and good deeds a pure society is formed. In this regard, Baha'i children and young people are lauded for their moral and spiritual education. It is commendable that Baha'is offer moral and spiritual education to children and young people in a systematic and structured way. It contributes to the well-being of the society by carrying out social awareness programs for the young people. I wish the State Baha'i Council of Karnataka all the very best, who are striving to unite all the people for the welfare of mankind and for the successful celebration of the birth anniversary of the prophet founders of the Baha'i faith, the Bab and Baha'u'llah. Signed, B.S. Yediyurappa, Chief Minister of Karnataka, Vidhana Saudha, Bengaluru. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Achama Sudhakaran, for reading out the message of Honorable Chief Minister Shri B.S. Yediyurappa. I now request Mr. Janabe Waris Hussain to please deliver his message.
Am I audible, Mr. Roy?
Yes, yes, yes. You are clear. Very clear. Yes.
Thank you. I begin in the name of Allah, the most gracious and most merciful. Respected and honorable religious heads and my brothers and sisters from the Baha'i community and all other communities. It is a matter of great honor and privilege for me to be given this opportunity to express my sentiments in this extremely auspicious inter-religious devotional gathering organized on the occasion of the twin holy birthdays celebration of Bab and Baha'u'llah. The conviction that every individual belongs to one human family is at the heart of Islam as much as it is at the heart of Baha'i faith. All human beings are citizens and co-stewards of this one planet. The Baha'i writing asserts that we all are flowers of one garden and leaves of one tree. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, declared that all human beings are like a family of Allah. In this time of great turmoil, chaos and killings that has engulfed this whole planet, allegedly in the name of religion, we all need to pause for a moment and review the role of religion in our lives. At this point, I'd like to quote Baha'u'llah. He very truly said that the purpose of religion is to safeguard the interests and promote the unity of human race, and to foster the spirit of love and fellowship amongst men. The religion of God and His divine law are the most potent instruments and the surest of all means for the dawning of the light of unity amongst men. Unquote. Baha'u'llah had talked about God and His divine law. To further stress this fact, I would like to very humbly state that God's divine laws were not meant to be thrown under the carpet and trampled upon. They were meant to act as a beacon to guide the whole humanity towards a life of peace and prosperity, towards a life of tolerance and universal brotherhood, and towards a life of success, both in this world and in the hereafter. God and His divine laws are our only hope of retrieving humanity from the abyss that it has fallen into. It is the only hope of saving humanity from complete destruction. Defining the role of God in our life, the Baha'i literature rightly states that the people of word of whatever race or religion derive their inspiration from one heavenly source and are the subjects of one God. At this point, I'd like to quote a verse from the Holy Quran that describes for us the attributes of this one Almighty God, the one towards whom all our praise and devotions are directed, the one who created everything but was not created by anyone. This is the verse 255 from chapter number 2 of the Holy Quran. It states that, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, Allah, the ever-living, the self-subsisting, by whom all subsist, there is no God but He. Neither slumber seizes Him nor sleep. To Him belongs all that is in the heavens and all that is in the earth. Who is there who might intercede with Him, save with His leave? He knows what lies before them and what is hidden from them, whereas they cannot attain to anything of His knowledge, save what He wills them to attain. His dominion overspreads the heavens and the earth, and their upholding wearies Him not. He is all high and all gracious. And with this, I'd like to thank you all and wish you a best of luck. And may Allah bless you all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Dagar Rao.
Thank you very much, Janabe Waris Hussain. It was indeed a very profound message, and the fact that you reminded all of us that we all belong to one family, and the differences that we have is because of our own limited perceptions. And I think the other important aspect that you touched upon, that throughout our life in this material world, we need to constantly rely on the power of divine assistance and Almighty's grace. It was also very touching the way you narrated some of the facets from the Holy Quran, which enables us to lead a life which is filled with harmony, filled with love, and also it helps us to recognize the purpose of our life when we are in this earthly plane. Thank you very much. Thank you for that profound message and greetings. I now request Mr. Shahryar Vakil to please share his message on behalf of the Zoroastrian community. Mr. Shahryar Vakil, please. Sir, you're on mute. You're on mute. Mr. Vakil, you need to unmute yourself.
Am I audible?
Yes, very clear, loud and clear.
Dear Dinesh and all the organizers of this Baha'i community, I bring with me, sitting here, greetings from my community, the Zoroastrian community, or the Parsi community as we call it, on this great occasion. As I've always maintained and iterated, that in the beginning was the Word was with God, and the Word was God. And God said, let there be light, and there was light. And ever since, man has been in pursuit of highlights. One such highlight we are observing and facing today. Yatha tamari madad, sarosh tamari pana, Om, Hari Om, in the name of the Father and the Holy Spirit, Bismillah Rahman Rahim, Vaheguru, Aapko Namaskar. And as I greet all the delegates from the respective communities and religions, my heart goes out to all of you for organizing this wonderful program today. It is said, commit the hour, commit the man. And for generations we have witnessed that prophets have come from time to time when they were needed most on this earth to spread interreligious faith, harmony, destroy evil, encourage goodness. The delegate from the Buddhist community spoke immensely about love. And as I see it, it is one of the most powerful tools given to humanity. Because love transcends the sovereignty of all nations and all its people, be they yellow, black, brown, or white. It sees no difference in the color. And if love is such a powerful tool, then why is man trying to destroy man throughout history? Let us. I kind of feel that in darkness we grope and do not see the things that we ought. Therefore we come to thee, O God, the Almighty. These great twin anniversaries of the Bab and the Baha'u'llah is a reminder for all of us that we live in a world there's so much potential to live together in harmony. As one of the delegates says, let us not compete, let us cooperate. In the words of Baha'u'llah, Do not be content with the showing friendship in words alone. Let your heart burn with loving kindness for those who may cross your path. The tenets of my religion are also based on similar principles: good thoughts, good words, and good deeds, and malice towards none, and love towards all. A primary theme, as I've understood, of Baha'u'llah's teaching is achieving world peace through the establishment of unity, justice, and equality. Therefore, his teachings specifically advocate that racial unity, gender equality, universal education, and harmony of science and religion, which is so important and necessary. The Baha'is honestly believe that Baha'u'llah is a direct descendant of Zoroaster, our prophet. Zoroastrian prophecies foretell the coming of the world saver, and that was the Bab and Baha'u'llah. The prophecy clearly indicated that such, whether you call him a Paigambar, whether you call him a prophet, or you call him a saint, or God's own son, has come down on earth to teach us to live together in harmony. There is unity between Zoroastrianism and the Baha'i faith. The Zoroastrian New Year, Navroz, was accepted as the day of holy day in the Baha'i calendar as well. Said, be generous in prosperity and thankful in adversity. What a beautiful statement. Generous in prosperity and thankful in adversity. Be fair in thy judgment and guarded in thy speech. All this relates to what we have been taught about good thoughts, good words, and good deeds. Be a lamp unto those who walk in darkness and a home to the stranger. Be eyes of the blind, he says, and guiding light unto the feet of the erring. Be a breath of life to the body of humankind, he says, a dew to the soil of the human heart, and a fruit upon the tree of humility. Because humility is also one of the aspects that every religion propounds. The Bible also says, blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the kingdom of heaven. The Quran says nothing different. Whether it is Christians or the Buddhists or the Sikhs or the Zoroastrians or Hinduism, which is a philosophy of life, they all propagate the same statement. So today, as we celebrate this great anniversary of these two great prophets, the founders of the Baha'i religion, I bow my hand in gratitude along with my community and seek their blessings to give us strength to withstand evil and to encourage the good. I pray and I solemnly pray to all my friends in the Baha'i community that may prosperity be your destination in life. May the horizons of greatness be the path to that valley. May all of you continue to deserve all that you desire. And may God walk with you every step of the way to make your journey through life a smooth one. It's tough as it is. With these words, because I know we are all running out of time, I once again thank you for giving me this wonderful opportunity to share my thoughts and the thoughts of the Baha'i community to all and one. God bless you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, Mr. Shahryar Vakil, for sharing such a lovely message. You know, it was indeed very touching. And as you rightly said, to create God Almighty has, all the power. And when we are in this plane of earth, why do we really fight with one another? Why there is conflict? When we have the power of choice. And the choice is that we can lead a happy, peaceful life. We can coexist with one another. We can live with cooperation, and we can all prosper together. It was also very pertinent to note about the similarities, because the spiritual foundation, as you rightly said, are same among all the religion, and they all stress nobility of man and how we can all acquire virtues and qualities which will help us to serve mankind better. Thank you so much. Thank you. It was indeed very, very touching, very touching. So friends, with this we end our formal program. But before we end, I wanted to express the gratitude and respects to all the representatives and heads of different religion who took time and joined us in celebrating the twin manifestations. So I would thank Dr. Peter Machado, the Archbishop of Bangalore, Acharya Guruji Vinay Vinekar and the team, Mr. Rajan Savant, Janabe Waris Hussain, Shri MP Singh, Mr. Shahryar Vakil, Gishe Tenzin Ceylon, and all the participants who joined. Let us imbibe some of the Professor Bhatia. Let us imbibe some of the teachings that we all got today, and maybe we can start with one small initiative which will help the mankind, and that will live there even beyond when we cross this earthly plane. So thank you very much, and